What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm going to respond to all the trade rumors. You have a lot of trade rumors out there saying that the Miami Heat are like a possible destination for newly acquired Oklahoma City Thunder guard Chris Paul. As we all know, man, last week we was in the running of trying to get Russell Westbrook from the Oklahoma City Thunder, which he eventually got traded to the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul. And at the time I was saying, I'm not a huge Russell Westbrook guy because I feel like he's not very efficient. But I would take him on the Heat, man, to play alongside Jimmy Butler if we could have hung on to Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Pretty much everybody else could have go. You feel me? Like if we could have had at least had a core four of Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero, I'd have been okay with that and filling out the rest of the roster. I'd have been good with that. But apparently Oklahoma City Thunder wanted, since we don't have draft picks to offer them, they wanted a couple of those guys, man. And I'm glad that Pat Riley said no. So eventually he goes to the Houston Rockets. Now they talking like, now Chris Paul needs a destination because obviously he's not going to stay with the Oklahoma City Thunder and their whole rebuild situation. At 34 years old, he wants to go somewhere where he feels like he can compete for a championship. Me personally, I believe where he really, really, really wants to go is the Los Angeles Lakers. But unless the Thunder could buy him out and somehow they could hatch up things with him and Rondo, it'll be very difficult to happen. So a lot of people are speculating that the Miami Heat are in the Chris Paul sweepstakes, and basically the only team that I'm even hearing is in his sweepstakes, yo. But let me make myself clear on how I feel about this whole Chris Paul to the Miami Heat situation. First Chris Paul has a very lucrative contract that the Houston Rockets desperately and inexplicably gave him last season because, like the narrative was out there that if Chris Paul would have stayed healthy, they would have beat the Golden State Warriors. And they felt like, all right, we got to keep him here. So we gonna really, really overpay him because we believe we could beat the Warriors. And obviously they didn't do that. So Chris Paul still has 3 years left on his contract with a whole lot of money. There's a legend, as good as the free agent class was this season, it's a legendary free agent class in 2021. You have guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, Bradley Beal, just a bunch of guys. I don't have the list in front of me, but the list is more deeper with star talent in that class than it is in this one. And as a Miami Heat fan, we have Jimmy Butler. I prefer to just roll with Jimmy Butler and our young guys right now. Find out what we have in the young guys. A couple of these bad contracts are eventually going to come off of the books. See what we have with Justice Winslow, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero. Then when 2021 comes along, we know who we should possibly get rid of or keep. You feel me? And see who we add. Chris Paul's contract actually runs a year after that. So as a Miami Heat fan, I do not want Chris Paul on this basketball team, man. I don't care. You could talk about we could get rid of Kelly Olynyk's contract and Dion Waiters' contract and drive whoever. I do not want Chris Paul on this basketball team, man. First off, for one reason is because he's old and injured, and he has problems everywhere he go. And with our young core, I don't need no Chris Paul coming in here thinking that he's still 25 years old and he still think he's one of the best point guards in the league, getting on people's nerves. You feel me? Second of all, like this contract is just so completely unattractive. I don't want his contract. I don't want his personality. I don't want none of that around the Miami Heat organization, man. I don't care if the Oklahoma City Thunder say, look, you can have Chris Paul. All you got to give us is a vending machine in 2036, and you can have Chris Paul right now. I still say Pat Riley should say no. Like, I'm just being honest. Not even for a vending machine in 2036, man. And I'm not talking about one of these fancy vending machines. I'm talking about a 50-cent soda water vending machine. No. Like, please do not bring Chris Paul to this basketball team. I don't want him nowhere around our core that we have now. Granted, are we ready to compete for a championship now with just one star, really? No. But you got to play it smart, man. You got to wait till the opportunity presents itself where another star will be available. But Chris Paul is not no star anymore, and he's old and has a terrible contract. I don't want him with my Miami Heat. Just to make that clear, yo. If we get him, I'll be very upset. You know, because even if we get ready to unload the bad contracts, we could miss out on a 2021 free agent because of his contract on our team. So, no thank you, Chris Paul. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, hit the like button for your boy, man, and give me a subscribe. I'm going to have Miami Heat content throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat. Man, y'all leave Chris Paul where he at, man.